Hello guys and welcome back to another video here on my Minecraft Survival Single Player World. And wait, hello, what are you doing here, Llama? Oh, thank you for the free leads. Do you want to come in? Okay then. Um, I was just about to say, in the last episode, we got this beautiful thing, the Elytra. We went to the end, we did some end busting, which was pretty fun, and we got the Elytra, and now I can fly about. Got my rockets from my Nimbon design farm. Also, where's your wandering trader fella? Oh, there's the other llama friend, and there he is. Oh, some decent blocks. We got some pods, so take those. Pods is kind of a nice block. Should I take some coral? I don't really think I need coral. I'll take a little bit of pink dye, cause why not? A little bit of blue dye, cause why not? You know what? I'll buy a couple of coral blocks from you. And we also gathered some shulker boxes over here, as you can see. I'll dye a couple of these right now with this new dye bomb over here. And what we're going to be doing in this episode is perhaps probably building, but there's another thing I have in mind. Also, yes, I am flying because of my elytra wings called flappers. Yep, I named them flappers. And my helmet's going to be called, once I get my god armor, I'm going to call my helmet head. I call my leggings probably thigh or something, or feet or whatever. I'll probably call these feet or something, or toes or something random like that, which associates itself with the armor. And what we're gonna be doing in this episode, other maybe we might do a building, uh, or we could be doing what is gonna be our villager trading hall. Now, like I said in the previous episodes, we've got our villager beater over here, got some villagers here, got a baby one there. We got a zombie villager there. I said in the previous episode, look, they're gonna try and make babies, but they can't because I blocked it off. Anyway, so I said in the previous episodes that we were gonna make a villager trading hall and a storage area for me, but I was thinking we should do it underground. We can't really do it over here because it'll maybe go up into the surface. So I was thinking we should create a little like hole area thing where we can mine underground and start work on this villager trading hall. But we need to mine all the way down to, I think, Y level 12. That's the Y level I'm aiming for. So I think we should mine about here underneath what is our bookstore at the moment, because I was thinking we come up here. Usually in old builds, in olden time builds, they have like a little basement section beside the road. They have like maybe iron bars here, and you can walk down. And I was thinking we'd have a room underneath there with my very own design redstone elevator, and it will go down the shaft that we make over here to the villager trading hall. So I think we should get started on this. We're gonna do a small time lapse right now of me digging down and digging around the place. And then later on, once we start working on this, a little bit of this, we start putting the villagers in. Later on, we can even use a beacon to mine a lot of this out. But for now, let's just start mining. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse as usual. But I've got some pretty disturbing news. As you can see, we have some librarians here making babies. The only problem is, when I came up from building my villager trading slash storage area from down there, um, I noticed that there was no villagers in my trading hall, like no villagers over here. And I noticed that there was a zombie here with a carrot in his hand, which is pretty disturbing. I think he must have, you know, killed the villagers somehow. But the only thing I'm not sure about is how the zombie got in here, because zombies cannot make jumps like this. Or there's no blocks missing from the ceiling, no enderman took any blocks. Um, and the fact is that there was no zombie villagers in here because I'm in hardcore. I'm not hardcore. I'm in a hard mode. So whenever a villager gets eaten by a zombie or gets killed by a zombie, it 100% becomes a zombie villager. So I'm confused as to why there was here. But anyway, I had some villagers back here which are professional, so I can't really put them straight in there. But what I have them doing right now is I'm making them have babies, and those babies will go and be used as the villager breeder people, whatever you like to call. So I need to go like this right now for now, so that the baby wouldn't go there. But I need to make it so that there's a little hole for the baby to get through into here. This is probably not going to work out. He's probably going to be jumping over. Um, how about we just do it like this? So we go like this, go like this, and we go like this, so the baby can get through. And hopefully he will get through, and then I can block him on the other side. There we go. Okay, so these guys, he will no longer have a bed, and these guys can make a baby again. I'll block that one through, and hopefully we can get this villager breeder up and running again. Okay, let's block that, and then that can go. Alright, so we can hopefully get this villager breeding again, and we can connect it up to, let me show you here. I made a little hole here to open up for the villagers to drop down into what is going to be our villager trading area. But then I noticed that the villagers meaning from the villager breeder. Anyway, so can you move, Mason? Okay, so let me show you what's down here. Or I could just go through the other hole that I have there, but why not? So we have some water at the bottom for the villagers to land down, and we're gonna have a villager trader designed by Minestop. I'll leave a link in the description for this episode. I think we're gonna get started on his design in this episode. I'll show you how to build it. If you guys don't want to watch his video, but his video is very simple. It's not really explaining the statistics. It's just showing you have to build it, and it's a pretty great tutorial. And it's a 1 by 1 villager trader, so there can be villagers all the way like standing next to each other, so it's pretty compact. It's got a zombie villager, not villager, a zombie discount aspect involved in it. Also, where do these creepers keep coming from? I've had about so many creepers walk up to me today. Anyway, and it's even though like when you build it, it requires a couple of redstone materials, which might not be super easy to get, but it's a pretty great villager trading hall, and I think it makes it up. So we're gonna shortly start building that. I'm gonna just grab the materials, and we're just gonna start building it. Also, guys, a quick update before I gather my redstone materials. I got one more cat, and I was actually just messing about before creating the tunnel, and we got a wandering trader. I bought a few things from him, a little bit of glowstone. I thought he'd sell way more glowstone, but I could only buy 5 pieces from him, which is very minimal. I bought a couple of vines so we can start growing them, and I bought some green dye and purple dye from him. Also, I got my previous pufferfish that I got from the last wandering trader are now in this little Pond Lake, whatever you like to call them. There they are, those two. You could just see them there for a second before they disappeared. They're both named so that they won't despawn. I've called one Puffs and one Duffs. I'll introduce you guys to them later on in the video, but I'm sure you guys want to see the one in trader. Wait, there's two wandering traders to get. I've never seen this happen before. I've never seen two wandering traders come over to my base at once. Whoa. Alright then. That is pretty strange. Well, now we 100% know that the wandering trader isn't the same person every single time. That's very strange. I never came across that. I've never came across that there's two wandering traders. Well, that's nice to know. I will let them just walk around here. Just let them enjoy themselves. But I've never come across that personally where I've seen two different wandering traders in the same place. I'm pretty sure other people have seen it, but well, now I know it's confirmed. You see one over there, and we see one over there. All right. Anyway, let's get straight on to the redstone villager trading hall majingi. All right. I hope you guys gonna enjoy this. All right, guys. So here we are in my tunnel design or trading hall or whatever you like to call it. And I know it's not fully complete. This probably isn't going to be half the length of this place. It's going to be completely massive. But we did quite a bit of work in this episode. Like we've shown you how the design is going to be like. We've shown you the ceiling. We've shown you the floor. I'm also going to incorporate somehow emerald blocks into it because I would like to show off how our villagers can make lots of emeralds. So we're gonna try and incorporate some of that aspect into it. But I'll do that after I make this villager trading hall design over here. As you can see that, as I told you, it was one by one villager. Um, it was a one by one villager design so that the villager can stand next to another villager and it would take up only a single block, right? So because of that, we can actually fit quite a lot of villages in here because I haven't made it so that each section is 5 blocks long. So we could fit 5 villagers in each one of these sections. And I think, it's 10 villages per row over here. I think there's 9 rows so far. So we can fit about 90 villagers in here if we made a module for each and one of the village. Also, it seems like one of the librarians decided to come down. I made a little hole there, like I explained to you guys previously, and I made them free to jump down now. So they'll slowly start coming down. It seems like one of them's already come down, and right now they're just temporarily here until I can figure out or get modules built for them to live in for the rest of their lives. So anyway, I was thinking to do the module on camera. However, there's some blocks that I'm missing, which I'm not sure if I can even get in this episode. Um, and there's also some other things like I'm not too familiar with this design, so I'm going to have to go through the actual tutorial of how Minestop built it so that I can build it the same as he did. So I'm gonna do this off camera and then I'll show it to you guys after I built it so that you guys can take a look at it and then you can go check out his video. Anyway, so the parts that I'm missing blocks of, like this, I need sticky pistons for this, but I don't have a slime farm or I don't have any way to get a slime. I'm just using. Well, I'm not gonna do the sticky piston part yet, but I've got pistons on me just in case I can check if normal pistons work. But I know for certain aspects you need the sticky piston. But I know that for some of the aspects they're not, you know, we don't have to do with them, like we don't have to deal with it right now. Like what you need a sticky piston for the zombie discount part, but we don't need to deal with the zombie discount right now. We can fit that in later. Anyway, I'll do what I can of this module. I'll try to maybe repeat it a little bit, maybe do a couple modules. But if I come back, when I come back from after making the module or modules, I'll show it to you guys, and we'll try and test and put a villager in there. So I'll see you guys after that. One module done, two modules done, and three modules done. So guys, I've completed three modules over here of the villager trading hall segment, or whatever you like to call it. We're gonna have five of these modules, and each one of these, I don't know what you like to call them, in each of these like sections over here. So five models in each section, and then we have it all the way to the end. Now you can see here at the top, we got this stone, you know, like stone thing over here, like this stone brick. I was thinking, how I said I would like to incorporate some kind of emerald blocks into it. I think we can kind of cover this up with emerald blocks and have it like that, and that would look quite nice. And you can have rows of emeralds going across. That would be like a nice color, like this kind of color along with the white, the titanium white color of the end rod will look pretty nice, as well as it'll give some light off. We'll also put some lights coming off of the main part of the ceiling, so it can be multifunctional. Anyway, so I've got I brought down some villagers from above. Also, if you're wondering where the villagers will sit, they will actually be over here, in between here, and they'll drop through here, and we can place the workstations on here, like this, for example. Anyway, here's basically, if you guys are gonna build it by yourself, you can probably watch Minestop's video on it. It's probably better than watching my video because he actually shows you how to make it. But we've got a trapdoor here, we've got a note block here, observer, observer, block, note block, observer, and this path kind of continues all the way up till here, where we have the pistons and the cauldrons. These pistons are actually meant to be sticky pistons. Now, these ones don't require, like, you don't require it to be sticky piston, but these ones 100% have to be a sticky piston. And that's because you see this note block here. This is to activate the zombie for each one of these villagers. So let's say I was a villager. Let's jump here. Let's say I was a villager here. Okay. Let's say I'm a little villager, and there'll be a zombie walking on this row of observers behind me, underneath here. Now, whenever you press this note block for the assigned village, you have to right click it. It will send a signal. So let's see if you can. Let's just. Hello. Okay, there you go. You saw the piston move. Okay. When the piston moves like that, then it would actually, if it was a sticky piston, it would pull back this um, glowstone so that the zombie can actually hit the villager, and then they can become zombified, and then you can cure them. So with a sticky piston, you need a sticky piston there. With the top one, however, you don't necessarily need a sticky piston. It's kind of like an optional thing. So if you put a sticky piston here, um, you can. Okay, so basically what happens is a villager walks above here, and when they walk into here, it will push up this cauldron, and it will lock the villager in place. However, when you kill the villager, okay, the cauldron would usually come back down because it's a sticky piston. However, this piston cannot pull it back down. So if you're not going to kill any villagers, you won't need a sticky piston. However, I recommend to put sticky pistons anyway. Later on, I will replace all of these with sticky pistons, but for now, this is good enough to hold my villagers. And talking about my villagers, we come over here. Also, I've started preparing some shulker boxes. Over here, I'm preparing a stone shulker box, and over here, this is gonna be my redstone shulker box. I just have my redstone components on me, and yeah, that's it's going well really with my shulker boxes. Anyway, so if you fly on over here. Actually, I'm not gonna fly, because I could run into a wall. And if you come over here, you got some of my villagers down here. You got most of the librarians, Unbreaking 3 guy, Efficiency 5 guy, Silk Touch guy, and this must be the Looting 3 guy. Yep. And we got my Mason. We got a few other villagers still above, up there. I've also tried to connect this to my villager breeder. So as soon as babies start coming, and they've grown up, the grown-ups will start going down here, and eventually I'll make a system where they'll actually go over there and they'll connect to the villager trader. Anyway, uh, let me try and get a villager in here, and we can try and start housing them. So guys, here we are at my Minecraft villager trading hall design. Well, not really my one, it's by Minestop, as I explained previously. But we've got our villagers in place now, one for each module so far. We've still got, of course, more villagers down here. We've also made a little railway line from where the villagers were stored at the moment. And I just used that to bring them over all the way to the actual like trading part. I mean this this is pretty good looking, I have to say. Now, since we have this like open section over here, I'm not too sure what to do with it, so I think we can, like I told you guys, how we probably put emerald blocks and emeralds. So I think we should, I'm not too sure though on where I should put the emerald blocks. I think we should put them here and then maybe bring them back on, or should we just place it on, I think over like this is kind of good, and then we can have some secret lighting over here. So if we just do it like this looks pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. So now that we've got the three villagers in here, also if you guys are wondering what the villager trades are, it's efficiency 5 over here, unbreaking 3 over here, and looting 3 over here. We should also probably max them out before we add more villagers, but this is a pretty good design. Also, what I'd like to do is I'll probably put signs here for each one of the villagers trades, which are the best of its type. So of course I'll put efficiency 5 here, unbreaking 3 here, and looting 3 over there. Anyway, so now that we've got all of that done, I think this is going to be it for this episode, and I'm just going to wrap it up here. But in between episodes, I'll be trying to get stuff to continue this. However, in the next episode, we might actually not in the next episode. In the next episode, we'll probably do building. But in the episode after that, we're going to be trying to maybe, I'll probably teach you guys how to find a slime chunk without going on the internet and using certain websites like Mine Chunk or Mine Atlas, or certain websites where you can look at where the slime chunks are, and you can locate it and mine it out. I want to teach you how to do it without that and try to stay the most survival vanilla way without going onto the internet as possible. So in the episode after the next, which is, I believe this is episode 19, so episode 21, we will be doing that so that we can make more of these and try to implement the zombie aspect in this soon. I'll also try to add in the automatic villager section over here, and I'll probably connect, it says in the Minestop video, you connect your villager breeder up to the sorting part, or whatever, the part which makes the villagers go up to here. So eventually I'll connect up my villager breeder to over here. Right now my villager breeder is basically connected up to that side. I just need to have a channel which runs it along to this side. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.